Hello, everybody. Every now and then, I think it's a good thing for me to remind you all that I am an idiot. One of the reasons that I think this is important is that when I started trying to learn how to do any of the stuff that I do, whether it's recording studio gear, Neve consoles, SSLs, Neve bus switch issues, Neve compressor issues, Studer A800 issues, uh, MacBook Logic board issues, business issues. One of the things that would always make me feel a little bit better is realizing that the people that I looked up to, people who were at the top of their field, were also idiots just like me. Because if the people who were at the top of their field were idiots, then that also meant that me, being an idiot as well, had a chance to, at some point, have the level of knowledge they had or have the level of competence they did. Because if they're an idiot and they're able to do it, then I can too. So as you know, about 830-something thousand subscribers, taught board repair to students from around the world. I do world-class data recovery, board repair, and all that. But you know what I can't figure out how to make work after a good 12 hours? Fucking Chinese e-bike control. So this here is, well, supposed to be Bafang number 2. This is a Sabvoton 72150. That is the battery that's powering it. And this is the little throttle I got hooked up to it. This is my controller over here. This is my battery. And let me show you how that's going, friends. Let me show you how this piece of shit's going. So I got the orange wires required to go there to tell the thing to turn on. So if we just go and I hook up my wires, I don't have a thing to put this on because I'm not a professional video person, even at the 800,000 subscriber thing. So sorry, gotta put you down for a moment. So we hook this up. Yoink. You'll see soon. Patience, my friends. Patience, and you'll see just how dumb Lewis is. You will see just how stupid I am. So I got my hall sensor wire. I hooked up the hall sensors, as the manual said. We are gonna turn on our battery. Have this thing plugged in. As you can see, COM port 3. Focus, you piece of shit. Focus. Fucking LG phone. Okay. So we go over here and it says 58 volts, right? Now, we take throttle, beautiful throttle, and we turn beautiful throttle. And it's not focusing because it's an LG phone, but that LG phone doesn't work in focus in the YouTube app. That's cool. So throttle voltage moves, right? That moves. Motor, no move. Now, is power up, no finish. So we go to set, we go to debug. Now you're supposed to be able to set this over here to 20, get your hall sensor test in, so you hit OK here, OK here, OK here. You hit enable, you hit OK, and after that it's supposed to start running your hall sensor test. Oh, yeah, it doesn't even start. It doesn't even start. Parameter store. It doesn't even start. And then you can try turning it off and on again. Because that's what you're supposed to do. Perhaps turning it off and on again. Perhaps turning my little throttle over here will do it. Perhaps turning my little throttle will do it. No dice. You'd usually hear a squeaking coming from that if it's configured improperly. You'll hear a squeak even if it's not able to do anything. No dice. No combination. No combination of phase wire and hall wires will do it. Do you know how I know that? Because I sat here until 12:23 a.m. trying every single combination of hall and phase wires. So you have 3 phase wires, 3 hall sensor wires. And there's about, I think, 37 or 40 whatever possible configurations. None of them work! And this piece of shit doesn't even start. So watch, you may, after you write this, perhaps, and hit OK, you hit parameter store. Then I X this piece of shit software. I unplug it. Here, I unplug you. Wait for the little light to go off. I plug you back in. Plug you back in. It blinks happily. COM3. Sorry for the lack of focus. I am using an LG phone. You don't get focus with an LG phone when you're using the YouTube app. That costs extra. Go to COM3, configure. 58 volts. Go set, debug. It's back to normal run. It never saved my setting. We try again. 20. We go 20. Okay. Control mode, Hall angle. Okay. Hall angle test. Okay. Parameter store. Okay. Parameter store. Click mofo. Then we go quit. Then we open the piece of software again. Communicate. COM3. Up actually brings you down. You may have noticed I had to hit the up arrow to make it go from COM4 to COM3. Some Chinesium software right there. Go set. Debug. All right. Hall angle. Bam. It's all there. Right? Right? All right. So we now it's going to do the test. You're going to hear the motor start spinning, right? It's going to start spinning, and you will have your Hall sensor test completed. Oh, wait. No fan spin. No fan spin! No fan spin. Now let's see if the programming sticks when you even turn the thing off. So we turn you off, unplug USB, unplug the wire here, plug you back in. Those are some happy popping noises. And plug you. Real engineering just mentioned his frustration of proprietary screw designs that prevents people from pairing their electronics. Him and the rest of the developed world, I imagine. Who wants to deal with proprietary screws? You know what? I'll take proprietary screws over this shit software, I'll tell you what. Alright, battery voltage 28. That means that my battery decided to turn itself off because it got tired of this shit. Alright. But that's cool, right? We've got another one, right? Well, no big deal if this Sabaton 72150 controller is a $400 piece of junk. We got another one. Okay. So, we're just going to wheel this over. Choo choo. All right, you excited, ladies and gentlemen? Because over here, we have yet another Chinese controller. And that comes with a little Chinese controller box. Rob Brown, I don't have the time or the inclination for any of that horse shit. But I'm glad you're able to take a break from it. Okay, so let's plug this in. See how this little thing goes. Now, hope you're enjoying that professional camera angle from, since I don't have a phone stand here. Something to put the phone on while I'm... Okay, so we take the Hall sensor wire, plug Hall sensor wire into the Kelly KLS 7230. Bada bing. Plug the wire XT90S thing in. You guys are getting front row seats of idiocy here today. Okay. Bada bing. Bada bing. and you get a red light. Not a blinking red light, just a red light. Now, I actually had this thing working for a short little bit of time. It wasn't working well. It was limiting me to about 2 amps, and it was also kind of smoking every now and then, using 10 amps without a load. So I got this little thing from Endless Sphere. It's a good way. You try every single Hall sensor wire combination with every single phase wire combination. And I got it to a point where I could get 1.2 amps in slow motor spin. You can't see that because, again, LG phone, can't focus in the YouTube app. That costs extra. So that is some shit. Now, you may think, well, maybe it'll stop giving you a blue light when you hook up your phase wires. So you can move this over, and we can hook up our phase wires. This is just a temporary setup. I'm not going to obviously keep it like that. We do this, we do that. And as you can see, we still get a very lovely red light. And instead of getting a slow throttle, you now get a no throttle. Now, let's see what the programming tablet says, because we actually bought the beautiful the beautiful Kelly control tablet, which is dead at the moment. Okay, can't show you that. So we'll just show you how the software connects on a computer. So I was able to get use of the software to take some screenshots of what my problem was. We're going to plug that into the back of this beautiful Nook over here. And let's run the Kelly controller software. Oh, the controller is dead. Sorry for the stream dying, LG phone. And as you can see, the controller is dead. So we went from controller that doesn't work and doesn't have working auto-identify to controller that's dead. So I thought that for this bike, I was foolproof, because not only did I have a controller, I had a spare controller. But what I did not take into account, what I missed out on the opportunity for, was for shit that you order from China to not work. I have 12 employees, 830,000 subscribers, reverse engineering and figuring out issues on very poorly to not documented products. I can't figure out how to make the wheel on a bicycle spin. Keep that in mind next time you watch what I'm doing and think, wow, I could never learn how to do that. Man, I couldn't figure out how to do that. I couldn't start a store with no money. I couldn't figure out how to overcome my problems. You could probably make the wheels on a bike spin. I can't. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something.